Hello and welcome back to my channel. I've just set up my camera and it already says it's dying. Okay, great. So I want to shoot a couple of YouTube videos today, which means I had to do makeup for the first time in like 3 weeks, so I figured I would take a page out of Jenna Marbles' book and I would have you get ready with me to go absolutely nowhere. Because why not? Yes, I am in my pajamas. This Sailor Moon shirt used to be a real shirt that I wore out places, and then it kind of got like stretched and old and like got bleach stains on the bottom, so now it's a pajama shirt, but if I could ever find it again, I would rebuy it and actually just wear it. So we're just going to talk about some stuff. I don't really know what, but, you know, we'll just figure it out. How are you doing? How are you holding up throughout this time of not going anywhere and not doing anything? I miss going to Starbucks, I'm going to say that. Anime North was officially canceled a couple of weeks ago, and I'm a little bit bummed about that. Anime North is my favorite weekend of the year. Obviously, I'm not that upset because I understand why it's canceled, and it's for the best, and like, I want to be very clear that I'm not, like, it's just unfortunate, you know, like, of course I'm just bummed that it's canceled, but I understand why it's canceled. Niagara Falls Comic Con was moved to September, so it's actually funny because now in September I think it's Fan Expo one weekend, and then I think it's Niagara Falls Comic Con the next weekend, and then the big, like, National Pet Expo with the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, like, the weekend after, so that's 3 weekends in a row of stuff, if all goes well. We can only hope. I have to say, like, so there's like 2 pet stores locally that I go to. There's the one that I got Roger from, my crested gecko, because they have like their own sort of breeding colony of crested geckos, and then they just sell the babies. There's that one, but then there's the other one that I like better. Honestly, I like it better because it's a little bit nicer. Like, it feels a little bit cleaner, it's a little bit nicer, and also the aisles are so wide, like, I can actually drive through them without knocking anything over in my motorized chair. And that pet store, the second one there, they are doing delivery, like free delivery of stuff during this time. And so I've ordered from them twice now. The first time I just bought cat litter. And then this most recent time they had posted on Facebook that they had like feeder insects. So I ordered more crickets for Roger. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because I want you to be proud of me, because I put the crickets in the container, and then, like, the next day, a bunch of them had died. And then, like, the next day, a bunch of them had died. So I was like, listen, this container, because it already had crickets in it, must be dirty or something. So I managed to clean the cricket container without losing any of the crickets. Isn't that amazing? I, like, took them all out in the tubes, and then I put them in a secondary container, and then I cleaned it, and then I put them all back. And none of them have died since I did that, so I don't know what was going on in there. I thought it was pretty clean, but I guess it wasn't in, like, immaculate condition like I thought it was. But now everything's okay. I have to say, being home with them every day has definitely helped my fear of bugs. Like, do you remember when I first got Roger and I first had to start keeping crickets, and I was, like, absolutely petrified of them? Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm not half as petrified of them as I was before. I still don't like them. I still wouldn't choose to keep them. This is the end of this. That's sad. But I'm not as afraid as I once was. So that's good. That was really one of the goals of keeping crickets. Obviously, the main goal being, feed my gecko. But I was looking forward to keeping them so that I could not be such a scaredy cat. Speaking of pets in this quarantine, like, I have no idea how my cat Lena is ever going to go back to a life where I'm not just with her all the time. In the morning, I get up around, like, between 9:30 and 10, because at 10:30 I have to post a story on my work's website, because I work in news, about the updated Ontario COVID-19 numbers. That is one of my main jobs, so I wake up so that I'm awake enough to post it. And from probably 10 to 12, I have to play with Lena solidly. Like, even when I stop to write that story, she sits in the hallway in the middle of the house and just screams the whole time because she wants someone to play with her. There, eyebrows are done. I just don't know how she's going to do it. Like, she's 5 years old at this point, so she's not a kitten anymore. At least 5 years old, because she was a stray, so who knows how old she really was. But she's, like, at least 5 years old, so she's not a kitten, and she just wants to play all the time. She's got so much energy, and I don't mind playing with her. Like, of course, I love playing with her. She's my cat, but, like, what's she going to do when I'm not here 100% of the time anymore? You know? Should I do one of these? I have to say that working in news during a time like this is moderately infuriating, because we get so many stupid comments from people every day asking us questions, but like not asking questions, like being rude about it. And it's stuff that I answered in the story. And not only that, but like, let's say I go with a headline, like how XYZ confirmed cases of COVID-19. Or XYZ possible COVID-19 related deaths in the region. People always comment on stories like that and get mad at us/me for focusing on the negative in the headline. Why do you report on the number of deaths and not the number of recovereds? And like, how do you not realize that if I put how many people have recovered in the headline, because let's be honest, there are way too many deaths from this thing, but there are a lot of people who have recovered as well. If I put the number of people who have recovered in the headline, people are going to take that as everything's okay. I don't have to self-quarantine anymore. I don't want to be responsible for that. I don't want people, it's unfortunate that, during a time like this, legitimate news sources have to go into, scaring people into doing what they're supposed to do. It's because people are dumb and they're still not listening to stay in your damn house with the people you live with, and that's it. So if I start reporting in the headline, I always put it in the story, but I never use it as the headline, the number of people who have recovered, people are going to not follow the rules anymore. It's frustrating and it's annoying, but it's the way it is. The kind of dumb people who, don't follow legitimate news sources, but then post, I hate the term fake news, but they post fake news from random websites and think it's legit, and it's it takes 4 seconds to look at the URL of whatever you're sharing and realize that it's not a legitimate website. It drives me nuts. That is my daily frustration, is people not understanding that I have to do what I do the way I do it in order to get people to follow the rules to keep themselves and everyone else safe. What kind of crease look should I do today? I've grabbed the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette because I want to use glitter, and I need sort of a warmy, neutral crease to go with it. I've been having some problems with my fish tank. It's over here, I believe, right? For some reason the water looks cloudy, and Henry's starting to look like his fins are a little bit ripped, which is fin rot, I guess. But it might not be fin rot, I have no idea. So I have Melafix, which is a medicine for fish when they have fin rot, and I've been dosing him for about 2 days now, and you're supposed to do a little bit every day for 7 days, and then do a 20% water change. So we're going to do that. And then also I was looking for a new filter cartridge to see if I could just buy that, but of course the one for this specific tank is not only sold out at local PetSmarts, but you can't order it either. So I'm just gonna, I think, maybe boil that one to try to clean it, because maybe it's really dirty. I don't know. I'm really lost when it comes to fish tanks. Also, in true Abby fashion, I think I've killed the fern that was in Roger's terrarium. All the other plants, great, amazing, thriving. The fern, no. Maybe that'll be it in my crease, because now I want to do this e.l.f. Flirty Birdie glitter. Finally had to change my camera battery. So what have you been watching since you've been home? Because there's not a whole lot else to do, so I'm assuming you've all been watching Netflix and that sort of thing. I spent the last couple of days watching all 8 Harry Potter movies. I actually watched them over the span of 2 days. 3 days. I watched 3, the first 3 Thursday, the second 3 Friday, and then the last 2 on Saturday. Whenever I watch them all together like that, I always end up with that sad feeling at the end, the way I had when the actual franchise ended. It's sort of now what? But then, as we know, now what meant the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which is inarguably not as good. Man, I didn't do a very good job with those. Ugh, crap. I'm out of practice. I'm getting rusty. I also obviously watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, but I did that within the first couple of days of being home. I'm sure I'll do it again this week. I've also watched a bunch of seasons of SVU. It's really frustrating. Law and Order SVU is on Amazon Prime, but only season 8 on. So, like, when I first started watching it over a year ago, the first couple seasons were there, so I got all the way through to, like, the beginning of season 3. And then I had to skip all the, season 4, 5, 6, 7. Stupid. Stupid, because they took it off. And, do you want to hear something even dumber? So I really wanted to see The Invisible Man in theaters. I never had a chance because theaters closed and all that before I had a chance. But before everything closed, I really did want to see it. Fortunately, they moved it to like a video on demand type thing, so you can rent it online to watch it if you want to. So I looked into it. You can rent The Invisible Man for $20. They expect me to pay $20 to rent, which means it will expire, The Invisible Man and watch it in my own home on my own computer. That is insane. Someone on the internet was like, yeah, but it costs so much because, like, that's what you'd be paying at the theater. It's like, no, first of all, a movie ticket is $9.99. So I'm paying $20 for the movie and for popcorn, and, like, it's an experience watching it in a theater. Like, you're watching on a big screen, you're there. Watching it in my house is, like, nothing. $20 is more than it will cost to purchase the movie when it eventually comes out, either for digital purchase or, buying it in a store. I think I heard the Trolls movie is also $20 to rent, so, like, I don't know who determined these prices, but that is wild. I've heard good things about The Invisible Man. I really want to see it, but I'll just have to wait. They look sort of better now, right? Sort of even? I forgot how nice skin can look when it has foundation on. I am realizing just now that I never grabbed a blush. I don't know when this video is going out, but I'm shooting it on the 13th. And I just have to say that I'm very happy that Bunny Day is over in Animal Crossing. I played Animal Crossing the last couple of weeks way less than I ever intended to, because I got so frustrated by the stupid eggs. If you don't play Animal Crossing, this doesn't make any sense to you, but pretty much they hid all these eggs in the game for you to find for Easter, and they were... it was frustrating. I ended up with like 50 plus of each egg, and that's with all the crafts already made. And then like 100 wood eggs, because the first day that the Bunny Day stuff started on April 1st, I hit every tree in my town with the axe so that I would get the eggs, not realizing that it was going to be ridiculously easy to get the eggs. Anyway, I'm so glad that that's over so I can go back to actually playing Animal Crossing. Oh, that is the wrong end. I got like a smudge over here, I don't know how that happened. So now I'm just going to repat my forehead with this. And then set everything down with powder. Not like I'm going to be wearing this makeup for very long. I'm probably going to shoot the videos I want to shoot and then take it off immediately. There was a story today about hair dye sales going up. And I just want to say, please do not impulsively dye your hair because of quarantine. Don't do that to your poor hair. I've decided that I'm not even going to re-dye my hair until we're close to the end of the quarantine. So if you notice in videos, like the ones that I'm shooting today and any ones coming up, like my roots are pretty long. They're just going to keep getting longer. Because to me, re-dyeing my hair is like not essential. So don't really feel the need to go out and get more dye. I don't think I even have any left. Usually I have a box or two on hand, but I don't. So whatever. You don't care. And besides, if it gets really bad, I own a whole box of wigs. Look, I have bronzer on. It looks like I've been out in the sun, but I actually have not left the house in a month. The last time I left my house was the last day I went to work, which was March 17th. Oh, that's not true. I went to EB Games on March 20th and bought Animal Crossing. But that doesn't really count. I was not gone very long. I literally went straight to EB Games and then straight home. I'm going to put on the Starburst Eyeliner. I feel like I should start, like, while we're stuck at home and I can't go anywhere, I feel like I should start shooting my Halloween videos. I don't have any stuff, though. Like, I have all my gallon of liquid latex, not something. I don't have any new stuff, so I'll have to come up with some ideas. But I just feel like that would be a good use of my time, don't you think? What do you think? What have you been doing, like, while you're in quarantine? I feel like I've already asked that in this video, but, like, I want to do crafts and stuff, but I just don't have any ideas. I have a brick type thing of plaster of Paris that I can use. I have a bunch of different colors of acrylic paint. I have stickers. I have Halloween paper. Like, I just don't know what to do, you know? Do you have any, are any of you particularly crafty? Do you have craft ideas for me? Oh my god, y'all, I'm human again. Just like the Beauty and the Beast song. I'm like a person. That's so weird. I forgot what I look like. Huh. It's weird. I almost like don't recognize myself like this. Because it's been so long. Like, I almost feel weird. I almost prefer makeup-less Abby at this point. So anyway, thank you so much for getting ready with me while I go nowhere and shoot another YouTube video after this one. Make sure you let me know what you've been up to these days in the comments below so that I can steal your ideas and do them myself. That's literally it. I'm looking for more hobbies and more things to do. Although, realistically, I feel like the last thing I need are more hobbies. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!